Hey guys, this is going to be another silver video. Um, a good friend of mine actually asked me to kind of do a buyer's guide to people getting into the silver community or the silver investing or just wanting to buy silver for whatever reason. He actually just bought his first little bit of silver this last week on the dip, so I figured since he did that, I could probably make a little video here to help out some newbies and some common um, mistakes. I guess I don't know all the common mistakes because I'm kind of self-taught in this. But yeah, so here goes. The how I started getting into this was I got some Buffalo nickels which are not silver. Old nickels are not silver. Um, there was only I think 4 years of silver nickels, 42 to 45, which is actually 42, 43, 44. Yeah, it's 4 years. Jesus. Um, and they weren't even 90% silver. So you have to kind of know your coin when you're buying it and what percentage of it is going to be silver or not. Yeah, well, I'll just start with silver dollars. Uh, let's see. A lot of times people will say they have a bunch of silver dollars at home, and what they have are these fantastic, they call them Ikes, and these are not silver. These are clad coins. Well, they're pretty cool, and if you get some good mintages, you can get some decent money out of them. They are worth nothing to silver. So I have a stack of those here because I just wanted to show you that, the Eisenhowers are not silver. So if somebody tries to sell you silver dollars at silver price, um, these are definitely not what you want to get. And unless they are um, commemoratives. I guess not commemoratives. They made some silver proof sets, but you're likely not going to find those in circulation, or people aren't really going to part with those because those are made for collectors. So stay away from Ikes. The other thing I say is stay away from eBay, uh, especially with buying bullion. Like, this is the Buffalo, and this is a 1 ounce round. Round is different from a coin because this does not have any kind of value to it other than it's just straight up 999 fine silver. It doesn't have 50 cents stamped on it or 25 cents stamped on it. So when you're buying bullion online, I don't like to, just because it's easy for them to fake it. China makes a shit ton of fakes, and they'll sell them to you and you won't even know unless you get a magnet. They do make authentication magnets, or you can do chemical tests, which I don't do chemical tests because I don't buy off the internet. Unless it's from a reputable place like APMEX, they're reputable. They're not going to sell you fake stuff, at least I hope. Same thing with bars. This one's actually in my silver video, or my silver contest that is going to be up for winning. But I don't buy those off the internet, and same with Silver Eagles, because they're heavily counterfeited offline. The other thing you want to make sure you know is your weight. A troy ounce is not an ounce. I mean, these on the rounds it'll say 1 ounce. Some will say 1 ounce. Some will say 1 troy ounce. Those are 1 troy ounce. In bullion, an ounce is a troy ounce. But if somebody's on eBay saying, I'm going to sell you 2.4 ounces of silver, if it doesn't say troy ounce, I'd be leery. Because they might be giving you 2 ounces, which is actually about 90% of a troy ounce. So they'd be jipping you 10% of what you buy. And I just don't like that. I also don't like buying off of eBay because you don't know what you're getting most of the time. You don't know when it's going to get to you, and you can't really form a relationship. with that buyer unless you buy a lot from them, and even then I don't think very many eBayers are that personable. So I like to form relationships when I'm buying stuff like this, so I always go to my local coin store. I bought silver off of eBay once, and I think it said 1 ounce, and I got like 2 halves, a quarter, and a dime, which is under a troy ounce. A good thing to note of 90% silver, which is all this. This is not 90. 90% silver, 1 troy ounce, or just over 1 troy ounce, is going to be $1.50 in face value. So, 3 halves, a $1.50, that's 1.0851 troy ounces. Don't ask me why they measure in troy ounces and not ounces. That's a long story, and I don't want to get into it. But anyways, I'm just going to kind of go through some of these coins here so have an idea of what you're looking at, if it's silver or not. You've got your silver dollars that are actually silver dollars. And we've got Morgans, which were produced, let's see if I can get there we go. They were produced from 1878 to 1921. The front side of the coin is called the obverse, back side is the reverse. So there's the reverse of it. After that, they produced the piece dollar, which is a huge favorite. You'll probably pay a premium to get piece dollars because people love them, because they say piece down here, but it's really hard to read on this one because it's pretty worn. But the piece dollars were minted from 1921 till 1935. And there's the obverse. This is a 1923. And there's the reverse. It's got a nice eagle on the back. Oops. And then we go on to halves. Halves, you have the barber half. And these were minted from, is that focused? Yep, that's focused. Barber halves were barber halves were minted from 1892 to 1815. There's the obverse, and here's the reverse. Pretty nice looking things. You'll see a pattern with the Barbers and the Morgans. Then after that, they did the God, I am a fart face today. Why can't I think of the name for this? Matard. Walking Liberty, or Standing Liberty? Whatever. Yeah. Cool eagle on the back. Then we got the Franklin. Oh, I guess I didn't tell you the mint years. Mint years for this were 1916 to 1947. After that, we had Franklin half dollars. These were from 1948 until 1963. Then they did Kennedys. Now these Kennedy halves, the 90% silver ones were only minted for 1964. But from 65 to 70, they did 40% silver. So if you see, 65 to 70, they're 40%. And we have the quarter. We've got the Barber quarters, which were minted from 1892 to 1916. This one's heavily worn. Then we had Standing Liberties, and those were from 1916 to 1930. And this one's pretty worn too, but you can kind of get the gist of what's on it. Then we did the Washingtons. Everybody's familiar with these. They look just like the Washingtons we had most recently. These were from 64, or not, God, 1932 to 1964. We can go into nickels now. Well, I'll wait till nickels. We'll do dimes. We got Barber dimes. And those were from 1892 to 1960. Oh my God, I was way out of focus. 1892 to 1916. Then we had the Mercury dimes, which are a lot of people's favorite. They just have a sweet strike on them. Mercury's from 1916 to 1945. Then we had the Rosies, or Roosevelt dimes, from 1946 to 1964, which look just like the ones of today. Then we had nickels. Now, nickels have been made out of nickel for the longest time. But during the war, they were producing different things for the war effort, and silver wasn't really that important to them. So they started striking some in silver. So from 1942 to 1945, they have what we call war nickels. And these are 35% silver. Now, not a lot, but it actually equals quite a bit when from face value to silver value. So one way you can tell, let's say you have a bunch of dirty nickels, because it's hard to see the dirty nickels. If you can't make out the year, if you can see on the back, see if I can get this to focus in that close. Not on that one. See if I can find a good. That's a shitty one. I have a lot of these. You think I would have planned this out a little bit better? We'll try it on this. So up here is the mint mark. Now on the war nickels, it was always put up above Monticello, whatever you want to say it. So if you find a nickel and it has the mint mark up there, chances are it's a silver war nickel. So there were other coins produced prior to this, but for silver value, if you find one of those, it's probably worth more numismatic value than it is silver. So I would sell those off and get silver for them. But usually ways you can talk to, if you go to like a coin dealer, a coin store, what you can ask them is, do you have any 90% silver, junk silver? You can call it a bunch of different things. I don't do graded stuff, because this is definitely not something I want to keep up on keeping them all nice and shiny. But I go in, I ask them for 90%. I ask them how they charge. Some places do it by face value of the coin. They multiply it by 20 some percent. That's how my coin store does it. Some of them just charge you a flat rate for each face, or for each level. Dimes would be like, oh, we're going to charge you $2.20 for dimes. Quarters would be like $5.70 or $6, depending on what silver price is at. So ask them how they sell it, and then you can go from there. Like I said, though, $1.50 in face value is just over 1 ounce. So you can always kind of use that as a gauge of 90%. Sorry, 90% face. Oh God, we got $1.50 in face value of 90% silver is just over 1 ounce of silver. It's way different if you have your 40% and your 35%. And this is just American coinage. Canadian had 80% and a bunch of other stuff. I do have a couple 80% Canadians, but I don't know shit about their monetary system. They got loonies and all that kind of happy horse crap. So that's just kind of my tutorial. Yeah. I don't know if I really have anything else to say about it, but keep your eyes peeled. Here, I can kind of give you, if you get a bunch of coins and you want to go through them fast without checking dates, one thing you can do is take them in a stack and then hold them up sideways to yourself and look. Let me get around here. And you can clearly see which one is silver. This is a stack of half dollars. And I'll just... Oh no, I'm scratching the faces of these coins. That sucks. But you can see easily which one is silver, which it happens to be right there. I can put it in the middle there and do the same thing. So that's if you get a bunch of coins and just, you know, look through them all. If you're trying to find silver without having to go through each individual one, that's an easy way to do it. But that's really all I got. I know the US Mint does do silver proof sets, I think every year. So you might find some newer that are in silver, but like I said, those are in proof sets, and most people don't break up proof sets. They just keep them the same, steady as she goes. They don't want to break it up and, you know, decrease the coin value. If you don't know what a proof set is basically something that the U.S. Mint puts out, you know, for collectors, and sometimes they make them in silver. I don't know because I don't collect them, but I know they do have silver mint sets. And so everything is like uncirculated, so it's worth more, it's in better condition, and people love them. Yeah, I guess I don't, like I said, I don't really have a whole lot to say. But yeah, if this helps or if I left anything out, somebody let me know and I can always do a follow-up video. Pennies were not in silver at all, so you don't have to worry about pennies. They were steel for a couple years, but they weren't in silver. And I guess they're not pennies, they're cents. Not a big deal to me. So, hope this helps people. I guess I will say that this is not around the United States Silver Eagles because they do have a $1 on it. It does say $1, as you can see down here by my thumb. So this is not around. This is actual currency. So if somebody did, you know, want to pay with one of these at a store for $1, that's a good deal. Buy it out of the drawer. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to stop there. This is like almost 18 minutes long. So, thanks for watching. Hope this helps somebody somewhere out there. And, yeah. Let me know. Check out my silver contest so you can win that. I want to give this away. I want to have a big contest. So, next month I can give away a couple of them. Maybe. If I hit the numbers that I have to hit. But, yeah. It'd be awesome if I could make enough off of my AdSense to do a silver ounce contest every month. Probably not going to happen, but yeah. So if you have any questions, also check out coinflation.com. It's a great website. It's got a lot of tools on it. It shows you daily prices and how much each coin is worth in silver value. So yeah, it's a great resource for any newbie getting into the hobby. And with that, I am going to, yeah, I went over the 18-minute mark. Yes! Long video. Hope somebody gets something out of it. Thanks for watching.